Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you some more of the special show match week of the Race Survival series. So far, the standout player has actually been Darin. Again, for those of you who have not been tuning in, a lot of League of Legends pro gamers and some of the top female players are playing in this kind of like special show match week. Yeah, it's actually been pretty cool so far. Darin has a couple victories over both Swift and Doyle, a Protoss and Zerg player, both from League of Legends pro gamers in that. And now is going up against the one player that really I don't think anyone watching this is going to know, because he's not a pro gamer in League of Legends, and it's not like one of the women that play in like the ladies ASL or something like that, as some of you may end up catching. But this guy goes by Mansik, or as you can see here, Zia. He's just like a popular Korean streamer. He's like the only person that doesn't have some sort of like pro gamer background, I think, out of everyone. So yeah, I'm not sure. I guess he's like a variety streamer or something. I personally don't know really much about him. But of course, he's playing Protoss, so we'll see how he ends up doing. Looks like we are on circuit breakers here, right? Or no, this is good night, actually. That ramp placement is not where circuit breakers would be. So this should be good night. Yes. And, okay, so good night. I mean, good night is a huge map. So this could end up being our longest game so far. You can definitely get into giant macro games here, and all the bases are kind of so far apart. It's actually very hard for players to kill each other. Now, Darin is going for a vertical scout here, and of course, with the barracks at the natural, is getting ready for a gasless expand. Whereas Mansik, or Zia, I guess we'll just call him Zia here, considering that's the ID that he has been using, is just going to scout her first and, you know, just taking up normally. By the way, guys, I would love to have some opinions down in the comments now that everyone has seen like a few days of these other players, you know, the League of Legends pros and the women gamers as well. See if you guys enjoy these. I mean, even if everyone is like, oh god, we love this is the greatest thing ever, this would not become a regular thing on the channel, but I thought it would be fun to throw some of this in and see how, you know, I'm especially interested in how a lot of the League of Legends pros look playing, because obviously they are like professional gamers already, and if you're pro at one game, you definitely have potential at any game. You know, I would really love to see some Gran Turismo pros go to StarCraft. That would be truly invigorating. But anyways, yeah, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Now, Darin with some very nice micro there. My god. Pushes the probe out immediately. The Zealot can't find any damage. And now a bunker will get made. So very solid control. Zia getting ready right now to throw down the Nexus. There it goes. And no range. Okay. I thought he would go range and then Nexus, but it might just be Robo instead. Could definitely see that. Yeah, there's the Robo. Okay. Because what you do a lot of times against these gasless expands is you get very quick range, and then you just pound on the bunker, and you make multiple SCVs come out and repair. Maybe you can pick off an SCV, something like that. It's just very annoying for Terran, but it's all right to go right up into Robo as well. Obviously, Terran can't really attack you or do anything in this situation. You know, it's like Darin's sitting here on a bunker of 3 Marines. Not sure why Zia is running around right now with this tiny little group of units, but not entirely needed. The SCV continues to stay alive here in this main base, sees the timing of the second gateway as well as the Robo, so that's very useful. Nexus going to be finishing up, and you can see just how strong a gasless expansion can be, right? Like, look at that worker lead right now. Up by 6 SCVs, which is not a super common thing in this matchup. Now, an observatory comes up first, but I do think that we're going to see Zia go for a Reaver here as well. Like, I guess that he could just go third Nexus. That's the... I mean, it has to be one of the two, right? Unless he wanted to go 2-base Arbiter, which I guess is a possibility, but just with how good the economy of Darin is right now, it doesn't feel like that's a great move, I guess. Well, either way, the Observer is coming out. Dragoons continue to be produced here by Zia, trying to get his probe count up. And there is the Reaver tech, so not a big surprise to see Reaver going down. Definitely needs to get that shuttle started ASAP. But yeah, you definitely want to try to do something here, like force turrets. Obviously, if any push comes out, which is a very common thing with gasless expansion, a lot of times what you'll see is like a 3-tank, 5-ish Marine push out just to put pressure on your opponent. But anything like that can be stopped dead by a Reaver with some decent micro. So wouldn't be too surprised to see that. Armory coming up. 4 Dragoons just kind of sitting outside. The range upgrade is done for Dragoons now. They do try to come up, but siege mode ready. Of course, that range was really put back to get the Reaver out, the Robo out a little bit quicker. Looks like a few turrets are going up now as well. That's going to make the Reaver have a much harder time getting in for any harassment. A couple Zealots popping out here for Zia as he gets ready for that drop. Shuttle speed on the way. So it looks like, I mean, pretty solid openers on both sides. I guess we have to wait to see what Zia gets done and what the continuation will be. For Darin, I think it's pretty straightforward, right? Like, you throw your turrets down, you're like very well defended at this point. I can't believe that SCV popped out on that side and got stuck. Wonderful. But yeah, it's pretty good turret placement. Actually, a shuttle can get through if it aligns itself with the bottom here. So that could be a little bit of an issue. We might want to see another turret down here, or possibly just a turret over here. Sometimes you'll see a staggered position like that. But yeah, from this position as Terran, you're like always going to add additional factories, maybe go into starport as well. But this could end up being a timing attack. It's like the SCV going to be eliminated there. Gone for its treachery. Reaver shuttle coming up. Speed almost done, but not quite. Do you want to show this before that? Because don't forget, there's no scan or anything. Darin is playing pretty blind at the moment. Oh, not anymore. All right, sees this shuttle. Gonna come in. Zelok should be dropping out first. Oh, turns around immediately here. Oh, Zia, a little bit slow there on the turnaround. A few more gates coming up. All right, so going up to 6 gates on 2 base. So this is preparation to stop a push. And the Observer's inside and sees, look at this. This is 6 factory. Definitely the right call here from Zia. If you go for an additional base, I would say already based off of what I've seen with the shuttle, like the slowness of turning around against this turret, it's very likely that Darin will just run you over with a 6 factory timing push. But if you go up to 6 gates, you can actually produce a hell of a lot of units. Looks like Templar Archives on the way. Stargate as well. So it should also be Arbiter Tech coming up relatively quickly. Getting ready for that 3rd Nexus, which I think is fine after you get the gateways started. But definitely going to need constant production here. Now, Goliath range is on the way. That's going to help to gun down the shuttle so the Reaver can't pick off too many units. Yeah, and look at this. Oh, man, this build order is really good, actually. It's going to be 11 siege tanks done here just after 9 minutes. It's going to be like 9 minutes, 10 seconds with 11 siege tanks, 6 factories done, Goliaths with range, Vultures with mines, a turret ring, comsats. That is a very good build, well executed. And Darin, I think, has real potential here to win the game. Just like straight up. All right, the Reaver gets picked up before taking damage, so that's really, really important. The Reaver is like critical here to slow the push a little bit. You really want Darin to siege up as many times as possible. Notice the Dragoons pulling back. Reaver going to drop out elsewhere. Very strong army coming out for Darin. More gateways coming up here for Zia. Great placement of the Reaver. Observer just kind of watching where the army is at. Very important here. Oh, Darin actually scans for the observer, and then it actually flies into where the scan was. It wasn't there originally. A little bit of bad luck there for Zia. All right, now here comes the army. You need that. You need some Reaver shots. Come on, come on, come on. Not the shot you were looking for. You really want to hit tanks when possible, or a clump of vultures. Okay, there you go. One tank picked off already. Oh, a goon killed in response. Okay, not a bad scarab shot, but and you know what? The Zealots get on top of some of these as well. Oh, good mind drag. Oh my god, oh my god. All right, so multiples dying off. Now we have speed Zealots coming in. Darin, uh-oh, this is a little bit difficult to deal with here. The speed Zealots getting on top of just about everything. The siege tanks going down in numbers, unfortunately. One tank gets pulled up to the high ground, which is really nice. Now, all the Dragoons are gone. We're down to just 3 siege tanks. Some more are being produced. It is 6 factory production. Zia right now, not with many units either. This is all about pushing quickly and reinforcing. Like, this game is going to be decided here one way or another. This is not going to end even, that's for sure. Now the Vulture's coming up, getting those Zealots away from the siege tanks. Oh, down goes one of the siege tanks due to some splash damage here. The shuttle coming over, dropping off some more Zealots. Looks like the tanks may all end up being picked off. Some good targeting there from Zia. Darin now running forward, laying down a few of these mines. I think this is still good for Darin, honestly. Like, we're going to have Dragoons. Well, that's a big round of Dragoons, so the Vultures will get stopped, but you can kill a decent amount of probes here. Looks like that Nexus actually doesn't have probes at it to kill. Siege tank rallies up and will siege in a beautiful position here. The Dragoons having to run into mines. With these mines set up and then the tank behind, you know what? Darin might end up getting her 3rd victory here for Team Darin. Starting to look like the best player in this match, possibly. All right, more Dragoons running up to drag some of these mines. This is a lot of Dragoons. You might actually be able to break out of here. Now that the pylons are being taken out, which actually kind of helps Protoss at this point. Gonna get up on top of these siege tanks. Oh, a nice mine drag back for those tanks as well. A couple more coming up with these Vultures. Now, the probe count is very low for Zia, so he definitely needs to be able to break out of here pretty soon. You can't let that build up again here for Darin. Oh my god, the mine hits are just phenomenal. The army's being decimated on both sides here. And at the end of the... Well, I shouldn't say end, because really you want to keep attacking here no matter what, even if you only have a couple units going across, because like both sides are losing everything both times, or the entire time basically. And there's no probes mining here, no probes mining here. So right now Darin is actually mining more. We have a lot of gateways though pumping out, so let's see if you're able to actually end up holding on. All these Vultures coming up, a decent mine hit there. Gets dragged into those Goliaths as well. Zealots trying to drag more mines in. Get as efficient as is possible. Uh-oh, you better have a lot of Dragoons about to pop out. Okay, there's a decent amount. There's like 5 Dragoons about to come out of those gateways. But I think Darin might be right at the edge of actually breaking Zia at this point. Yeah, some Vultures getting into the main base, starting to pick off some of these probes as well. Probes actually having to come out to fight Vultures, never what you want to see. And look at this. Command center going up, command center going up. Darin expanding everywhere, even has added a 7th factory and all this. This was actually a very well done, well executed push. I think a little bit of miss micro over here when Zia first had the big army rush in, and Zia almost got himself into a position where he was going to end up holding, but not going to be enough. Don't think so. Still trying to push down here. Probes coming down to mine as well. These observers can even be picked off at this point. Some good scans going down. And, well, let's see what these mine drags can actually end up looking like. Maybe if you can clear... Well, 26 probes at 54 SCVs seems like a tall order. I think you need all that and a recall. But no Arbiter in sight, unfortunately, despite an Arbiter Tribunal. No money to really put anything together. The minerals almost all gone from that main base. And that's going to be a GG Darin with another victory.